Drink Pitch, Carbless, handcrafted premium ready-to-drink cocktails. Less is more.
The A.J. Hinch Show, a preview of today's game with Tigers manager A.J. Hinch. Brought to you by McLaren Health, official healthcare system of the Detroit Tigers.
And today in the Manager's Show, we hear an excerpt from A.J. Hinch's media session today. And it started with a question about his relationship with Charlie Morton and how much he's enjoyed being reunited with a guy that he once had in Houston.
You know, I think we're both relationship-based people, and so we hit it off quickly. And, you know, I will always tell the player what I think, how I think we're going to go about it and what the expectations are, and he really took that to heart. So I think what makes Charlie tick is trying to do his best for the English D. So he's a special person to me, obviously, will always be, no matter whether he had come to pitch on my team again, but it does bring back a lot of special thoughts.
What do you find yourself doing during long reviews?
Waiting. Jace, I wait. I wait it out.
How are you?
I'm excellent at waiting. I'm even better at stands calls, but this one was a confirmed call, which made me feel better. But those are hard because I know in general we want the replay to be precise, and we want it to be definitive, and we want the access to the replay, and sometimes I think we want quick judgment. All of us do. I mean, I'm at fault as much as anybody, and so the longer delays, you know, always make your mind shift from your vantage point to the negative side of it's going to go against you. And I bet it's that way on the other side too. So, and you know, part of me says let's take as long as we need to try to get it right, and part of me says we need a shot clock to make a decision because of how long it feels. What I do want is that the feedback after the fact on what helped that decision, and we get that from the league, you know, and that makes you feel better the next day or worse the next day, depending on your perspective. But it's an important replay, and it's only going to get more important. You know, September baseball, October baseball, they're hard.
Are you watching all the angles?
Yeah.
Take that adventure on?
Yeah, well, I'm watching the angles that were provided. So we're not provided all the angles. So I'm at the mercy of the game ops people who put the whatever replay they have up there. And so that's only a fraction of what the league has at the replay office. So yeah, I'm watching it and make my judgment accordingly, but it doesn't really matter. It's funny, when that play started yesterday, I thought stands was going to happen because that's my favorite and least favorite, depending on whether it's for us. When he didn't say stands, I kind of had to recalibrate what confirm meant, you know, that it was on our side. So I still, to this, probably right now, I haven't seen, I didn't dive too deep into it, but no matter what your perspective is, you're going to believe what you believe and you see what you want to see.
In your history with Framber, I mean, you have some, like, I mean, you're not going to tell us what it is, but you have some tips, some things that you know about him that you can convey in the hitters meeting to them.
Again, like, I love these, like, sort of reunions where I get to see him. Like, it's been 5 years since I had him in my own clubhouse, so I don't really know what's evolved over the course of those years. I think we can reflect back to our experience last October. We had him in a playoff game. We faced him before in regular season. You have all this, you know, video and analysis, and like you gain way more of that. You know, I don't think he has changed his approach much, and so that comes out in sort of our study. But as far as like the human, like, you know, I've interacted with him and I know him, but I don't know what adjustments he's made over 5-6 years. That probably doesn't help our group for me to tell 2019 stories. I think the most recent sort of big game that we played against him and them in last October, we have some pretty good points on how we tried to attack him.
Falls under a good problem to have, but outside of festive, and again.
I want to ask you about food. What is something that you have to eat to beat a judge?
Oh, Aaron Judge! Send him to Monument Park now!
We got some good chefs in New York. They've been cooking up some nice chopped cheeses, and that kind of, it gets you, yeah. I don't know if I should tell the kids that they should be eating chopped cheese before a game.
Before the game, probably steak. That's usually what I go to.
I like a steak, no vegetables.
No vegetables?
No vegetables.
No, is it straight protein?
Yeah.
What else going to happen today? Henderson's bat goes flying into the stands on a strikeout.
That's not good right there.
See Andy looking at it like, hey,
not supposed to be doing that.
Yeah, stick to basketball there, right?
Oh, no catch. Love to get that one back.
Alonso lost the bat as he flung at that high fastball.
That's going to keep him up tonight. Can't make that catch.
You got to keep that clean, right? You got to catch that.
To get the Bernstein advantage. 1-800-CALL-SAM.
The Sam Bernstein Law Firm, Michigan's first family of law.
Right now at Jack Dummer Ford, our lease offers are a steal. This month, Ford AC customers can get a 36-month lease on the 2025 Escape Active 4-wheel drive for $309 a month with $2,259 due at signing with no security deposit required. Includes $3,500 in open bonus cash, $1,500 in summer sales event RCL cash, and $500 in trade assist. Hurry, offer ends September 2nd. Visit jdemmerford.com or discover the Demmer difference at Jack Dummer Ford on Michigan Avenue, a mile and a half east of I-275 in Wayne.
This is your sign to get a large 2-topping Crazy Crust pizza for $6.99 when you order online from Little Caesars. It's fate that you're hearing about this delicious crust sprinkled with Parmesan. And the universe wants you to know there's over a dozen toppings to choose from. Order online with promo code JustCrustUs to get a large 2-topping Crazy Crust pizza for $6.99 for a limited time. Little Caesars is the real deal.
Pizza, pizza.
Offer available for...
Wow. Old school D-backs jersey. This was our alternate jersey that we wore on Saturdays. I was the first team to wear the new colors. They called it Sedona Red. Don't mess up that color. Every time I wore this jersey, I would wear the high socks, black jersey, black hat. I just thought it was a really smooth look, and this is one that I'll never forget.
Up. Take a look at what we find. Looks like we've got Lauren Shahadi.
Animation is great.
We got Robert Flores, one of the stars of MLB Central with Lauren Shahadi. Then we got Mark DeRosa. Look at that. He looks like Superman, does he not?
Right? He was when he was with the Cubs.
Harold Reynolds looking ripped in a tracksuit in Studio 42. There I am. The hair's all
I know this guy.
Look at that jawline.
Take a second for the right team at Carmanis.org/second opinion or call 1-800-CARMANIS.
Baseball season is in full swing, and you can find all the action at ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Go from checking out stats to placing bets in just a few taps. And as an official sports betting partner of your Detroit Tigers, you'll always find special team promos in the app. Right now, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet Sportsbook app to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
People can't have access to quality medical care without affordable health insurance. At Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan, we understand increasing health insurance costs are becoming more of a strain on the budgets of the businesses and people we serve. Affordability matters. It affects real families, real decisions, and real care. That's why at Blue Cross, we're dedicated to finding solutions. To learn about this critical issue and our efforts to make healthcare affordable for all, visit mibluedaily.com/affordability today.
Detroit baseball is crushing it. Hey, you know what else is a game changer? The Bronco.
Like the horse?
No, the Ford Bronco, built wild with GOAT modes.
GOAT modes?
Goes over any type of terrain.
Legendary.
You know what's even better?
Tell me.
The deals at your neighborhood Michigan Ford dealer.
Real savings.
Big time savings, knocking it out of the park.
Now that's a home run.
You better believe it. Get to your neighborhood Michigan Ford dealer today.
Now, back to the Metro Detroit Buick GMC dealers broadcast booth at Comerica Park. From the field, brought to you by Meyer, official partner of the Detroit Tigers.
Tigers fans, welcome into today's From the Field Report. I'm Carol Wolfbauer, and on the broadcast today, we have Kyle Finnegan joining us. And Kyle, just yesterday, kind of a ball game going back and forth, zeros all the way to the 10th inning, but you came in the 8th, a great 1-2-3 inning. How do you really get yourself into that right headspace coming into a game?
Yeah, I think it starts with your preparation, before the game even starts. Physically and mentally, just preparing for maybe what type of situation you might be coming into. And then as the game progresses, you start to get a better feel for when you might be pitching. And, you go over those hitters and kind of figure out little nuggets that might help you get them out. And then you just head into the game trusting, all the work that you put in.
I know you haven't been with this Tigers team that long yet, but how have you kind of felt like coming into this team's identity and getting to know this team?
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. It's a great group, and
I was so inspired by what you were making that I want to do my own all-star ballpark bite, but I'm thinking we take some of that brisket that you make, and I'm going to do like a little slider. Got the pepper jack cheese, some American, get it going with some of the barbecue sauce that you have, that spicy, delicious one, and then caramelized onions. Make like a little sandwich. We cool?
Sound like a plan.
I think we did good.
Oh, thank you.
Thank
Great.
you.
Thanks, Chef.
This time can't get it, and neither could the fan.
Boy, that's when you don't wear flip-flops.
Caminero strikes out, and the bat gets a 7.5 on the distance. But it's stuck to the landing.
That's poked in, that hits the umpire. The ball is in play, and it's a base hit for Frazier.
Roberto Ortiz did what he could to try to get out of the way, couldn't.
Took the wrong direction.
He just didn't know which way to go.
Getting traded to Boston from Chicago. You see here the traditional jersey. I love a road jersey because it says where you're from, and this is simple, clean, and cool. And then you see this patch right here. This is from the 2013 postseason run, which was unlike anything I had ever been a part of, to punch through and hoist that trophy. Boston strong forever, baby.
These and more to every small business customer. To learn how opportunity happens here, visit comerica.com/prosper. Member FDIC Equal Opportunity Lender. Offers available to Comerica small business customers only. Terms apply.
We know what you love. You love baseball. You love the Detroit Tigers. You love spending a day at Comerica Park. We also know what you don't love, standing in line. So we made a VIP entrance, so you could do more of the things you love and less of the things you don't. All you have to do is bank with Comerica. With your Comerica bank card, you'll feel like a VIP the moment you walk in, just like you do at our bank. Learn more at comerica.com/yourpark. Comerica Bank. Raise your expectations. Member FDIC.
Swing, there's a drive to left. That one is long.
125 years of baseball tradition continues.
And it's gone, a home run!
Brought to you by Sam Bernstein Law, Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan, Jack Demmer Ford, Corwell Health, Jack Demmer Lincoln, Fago, Mastercraft Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electrical, The D Las Vegas, Metro Detroit Buick GMC Dealers, Northville Lumber, Feiger Law, Meyer, Comerica, McLaren Health, Wallside Windows, and Little Caesars Pizza.
Celebra tú también con Betcris.
I was so inspired by what you were making that I want to do my own all-star ballpark bite, but I'm thinking we take some of that brisket that you make, and I'm gonna do like a little slider. Got the pepper jack cheese, some American, get it going with some of the barbecue sauce that you have, that spicy, delicious one, and then caramelized onions. Make like a little sandwich. We cool?
Sound like a plan.
I think we did good.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
Thank
Great.
you.
Thanks, Chef.
Well, this is the World Series card.
Base, Mauricio Dubon. Hitting ninth in right field is Cam Smith. And for your home team, the Detroit Tigers, leading off, Jahmai Jones. He's playing right field. Hitting second, playing second base, Gleyber Torres. Hitting third, playing third base is Andy Ibanez. Hitting fourth at first base is Spencer Torkelson. Hitting fifth in left field is Riley Green. Hitting sixth in the DH spot is Dylan Dingler. Hitting seventh in center field, Winsel Perez. Hitting eighth at shortstop, Javier Baez. Hitting ninth and catching is Jake Rogers.
Pitching matchup, again, it's Charlie Morton against Framber Valdez, brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. For all the latest offers, go to Toyota.com. Brings us to our keys to the game, brought to you by Bell's Founders and Long Drink, proudly distributed by Rave Associates. Quickly, the keys for the Tigers against Framber Valdez today.
Framber Valdez is going to be don't swing at bad curveballs. His curveball struggled a little bit lately. He kind of had it locked in his last outing. That's where he gets a lot of swing and miss. He's been giving it up way more on the sinker. So attack the sinker, lay off bad curveballs.
Tigers come in with a record of 75-53, 15-7 since they lost 12 out of 13. Astros come in 69-57, still holding on to first because Seattle's lost their last four. A game and a half lead in the West coming into play today. Jeremy Pena likes to swing the bat. He's in the batter's box. First pitch of the game. Yanked fastball down and away. Doesn't give him a chance to swing. And we are underway here at Comerica Park in downtown Detroit. So glad to have you along as we try to wrap up this three-game series with a sweep by the Tigers. Check swing and a sinker away. 1 ball, 1 strike. First pitch today brought to you by McLaren Health, the official healthcare system of the Detroit Tigers. Cloudy skies and 71 degrees as we start the game. Game time weather brought to you by Clean Express Auto Wash, the official car wash of the Detroit Tigers. Fast, easy, clean, and free vacuums. 10-0 win Monday, 1-0 walk-off walk win yesterday. Curveball swing and a miss. And Andy, I think the point you made is the perfect point. This team loves to swing, and they are susceptible to what the Tigers' strengths are. Flaherty, Skubal, and Charlie Morton today. They can spin it. In the case of Skubal, it was the changeup, but Flaherty certainly took advantage of that on Monday. Fastball low 2-2.
Yeah, you get them looking heater, and you can throw a good breaking ball, and you're going to get that swing and miss from this team. They want to punish the fastball, especially the top of this order, so mix your pitches wisely.
2-2. Fastball sinks away. Jake Rogers behind the plate today. It's Ibanez at third. A.J. Hinch gets as many righties into the lineup as possible. Baez at short. Torres at second. Torkelson at first. Green, Perez, and Jones from left to right. 3-2. Low and away. That is unusual plate discipline for Jeremy Pena, who drew a leadoff walk against Tarik Skubal yesterday as well.
Not a bad pitch. Down and away cutter. You'd have thought, man,
he should have swung.
He should have.
I mean, right?
It's about 3 balls off, 2 balls off.
That's Jeremy Pena's sweet spot.
Charlie Morton knows that. So that's why he throws that pitch. It's kind of baffling that he didn't even at least check swing at it.
Top 3 hitters are the best in this lineup. Ground ball, diving stop at third by Ibanez. Flips down to Torres at second. Fine play by Andy Ibanez, diving to the glove side and from his knees, kind of falling back to the ground. He got the throw to Torres for the force on Pena.
The key to that play is getting a good read off the bat. Andy went directly to his left. He knew the tempo that the ball was hit. If he goes too deep, he's going to be in a weird position, probably can't get the ball to second. If he comes in too far, he can't get to it. So he timed it up perfect, took a nice angle, which allowed him to get back to his knees in time to get the lead runner at second. Nice play by Andy.
Baez was there, but if Javi Baez fields that ball, I'm not sure they get Pena at second as well as he runs.
Too deep.
Jose Altuve will swing the bat. First pitch, swinging a foul out of play. Has he taken a first pitch of any at bat?
Not that I can recall.
This season, I mean.
Yeah. Maybe like 3.
Fouls this one out of play. Again, this is a dangerous part of the lineup that the Tigers have done an excellent job against. Pena, Correa, Altuve. They are a combined 4 for 21. Foul out of play again on a good cutter down and away. Correa doubled the second at-bat of the series, and they have been shut down ever since. Walker in the cleanup spot had been hot coming in, but Tigers have handled him as well. This is an Astros team that, I don't picture Correa running at first because he just doesn't run, but you would think Joe Espada is trying to think of anything he can do to try to jumpstart this offense. Astros, kind of a middle-of-the-pack offense, have been shut out in 4 of their last 5 games. Swing and a miss. Fastball down and away. Nice sequence. Cutter, fastball, wave. Swing and miss for Altuve.
Everything away from Altuve, too. He went to the cutter instead of the curveball. Give him a little different look, then finishes him off with a sinker that probably dropped about 4 or 5 inches. Nice movement on the sinker. Jose Altuve swings over it. But when you're as aggressive as the Astros are, it's really hard to be consistent.
I like how he's mixing in the cutter early.
Yeah.
He doesn't throw a lot. First pitch cutter to Christian Walker just off the plate away.
You know why that is? Because they're setting sinker curveball. So he's messing with them a little bit, changing that eye level, seeing if they can get some strikes. They'll swing under that pitch if they think it's the curveball.
Walker swings, pops it up, foul and out of play. 4th start for Charlie Morton in a Tigers uniform. He's gone 16 innings, giving up 7 runs on 13 hits. It's just 5 walks with 21 strikeouts. Walks are down, strikeouts are up, and really it's been 2 good to outstanding starts. And then the one strange start against the Angels where he struck out 10, got a ton of swing and miss, and gave up 6 runs. The 1-1. Swinging a line drive to right field, back 2 steps, and over and in. Jahmai Jones reaches down, makes a catch. Walker lined it sharply to right. Jahmai Jones was positioned perfectly. A walk does no harm.
play in Toronto, Guerrero sends over some good stuff for the guys. So when we play in Toronto, I definitely dive into that.
You gotta be careful with Vladdy, bro, because a Dominican breakfast will put you to sleep, bro. ¿Cómo está sonando la comida dominicana ya?
La comida dominicana ya no sé cómo está sonando, porque obviamente mi esposa me cocina. O sea, hay restaurantes, pero no voy a comer comida latina.
All right, I got a couple packs of 1986 Topps baseball cards. Let's open them up and see who's in here. I love the bubble gum. Oh my. Tom Seaver, but with a White Sox uniform on. The franchise for the Mets. I played with him in 1983, my rookie season. I was just in awe with these guys when I saw them in spring training and got a chance to play with them. Baseball cards of memories.
BTEnergy.com/home and you'll savings, that is. BTE.
For every Tigers home run, Ashley, the official furniture and mattress provider of the Detroit Tigers, donates up to $500 to nonprofits supporting Michigan kids. Go to
Northville Lumber, the official lumber yard of the Detroit Tigers radio network. Nice first inning for Charlie Morton. Tigers get ready to face the 31-year-old native of the Dominican Republic, Framber Valdez. First pitch, changeup at 92. Up in the strike zone, ball one. Does throw his changeup hard, and it's interesting. It's only 4 miles an hour off of the fastball. Changeup at 92 again gets the called strike. 1-1 on Jahmai Jones, Torres, and Ibanez to follow. Again, it's a righty-loaded lineup. Tigers have had good success against left-handed starters this year, 20-13. The 33 games they faced a lefty starter. Changeup low and in at 88. But basically a three-pitch guy.
Yep.
The Tigers have to consider, and he's going to face mostly righties. They're just going to see sinkers, curveballs mostly, with the occasional changeup. 3 changeups to start this at-bat. Now the fastball at the belt didn't get the call. Diaz, man, he's holding an extra 2-3 beats, and you can see why. That was a strike. Charlie Ramos is our home plate umpire today. The crew chief Alfonso Marquez at first. Lance Barrett at second. Carlos Torres is today's third base umpire. Just underway, scoreless in the first. The 3-1 off the plate and in. Andy, that's a terrific at-bat to start the game. And we saw these at-bats last night. Jahmai Jones has had very disciplined at-bats as a Tiger.
Make the pitcher work. You saw it last night with Hunter Brown right out the gate. They didn't end up scoring off Hunter Brown, but, man, they give him a lot of bids.
That's right.
Put a lot of pressure on that defense, and we're seeing the same thing here out the chute, where you can see the leadoff hitter wanting to work an at bat, not being overly aggressive.
First pitch down and in to Gleyber Torres. The numbers for Framber Valdez, 24 starts, 11-6 with a 3 ERA. And he's just impressive. The steadiness, the consistency, walk rate around 3, strikeout an inning in his 152 innings. He's a workhorse, 94-mile-an-hour sinker for a strike. You're going to see a lot of ground balls today. There is some hard contact, but it generally is on the ground. Very few fly balls. Very high ground ball rate. And it's a lefty you can run on. Torres swings and taps it foul. Something to watch. He just, if you can read his move, you would expect the Tigers will be running.
He's definitely like a first motion guy. Most lefties now, as soon as they lift that leg up, you kind of decide, okay, am I going to go or not?
Fastball up to Gleyber Torres. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 for 7 with 4 walks in the 2 games. Short, cautious lead for Jones. Now he edges off at first. Gleyber calls for time, steps out. Feels like Gleyber's starting to get back to what we saw for most of the season until this little 12-game stretch where he went 6 for 49. Loved the at-bat against Hunter Brown yesterday. First pitch he saw, sharp single to right. On the fastball, good sign for Gleyber Torres. Jones dancing off will draw a throw from Framber Valdez.
Now you just go. How often do you see guys throw over twice in a row?
Very rarely.
Once in a blue moon.
The 2-2. Curveball away.
But there he did a little slide step that time with the curveball. But at least as a runner, you have his attention.
Get him out of his comfort zone.
Now he's slide stepping. He's a little short on the curveball. Didn't quite get back to the plate.
Lifts the leg, and Torres takes fastball up. Back-to-back walks. Really disciplined at bats. And that brings up Andy Ibanez. Framber Valdez just owns the Tigers in his career. Last 5 starts, he's given up 6 runs in 36 innings. No home runs. And then the Tigers, with that track record, faced him in the wild card last year, and they got him out in the 5th inning. First pitch to Andy Ibanez. Fastball for a strike at the belt. They had 7 hits. They drew 3 walks, pushed the pitch count up, and he was done. Tigers went on to win. They scored 3, and they went on to win 3-1. Line shot up the middle, base hit into center field, right by Valdez. Jones around third, heading home. Up with the ball, Trammell. His throw goes to second base. Jones scores, walk. Andy Ibanez, line drive single. 3 batters in, 1-0 Tigers.
The Tigers just lulled Framber Valdez to sleep. He's like, hey, if you guys aren't going to swing at my stuff, I'm just going to keep pumping them down the middle. That was a sinker over the heart of the plate, and Andy Ibanez barrels it. Almost hit Valdez on the way up the middle, and his sinker has been getting touched lately, Dan. It is a real issue for him.
Yep.
Like since August. August has not been his best month, not even close. OPS on that sinker's like at 932 right now, and the Tigers know that. So they're waiting for that sinker. His curveball's been a little bit off. He's not striking as many guys out this month.
24 hits in 18 innings. He's giving his team innings, but much more hittable, as you said. You couldn't ask for a better start against a really tough lefty. Shuts down righties, shuts down lefties. Spencer Torkelson takes a curveball on the outside edge, but A.J. Hinch firmly believes load your lineup with as many righties as you can.
Mm-hmm. That's one thing. The Tigers have designed a roster to be able to do that.
Right. They did it last fall in October in the wild card. Fly ball slicing down the right field line. This one might drop, and it will. Fair ball into the crowd. 1 run will score. It'll be a flare double for Spencer Torkelson if it stays in the ballpark. Ibanez likely would have scored. Tigers take a 2-0 lead, second and third. Nobody out in the first.
That's just a good piece of hitting the ball down and away. Torque goes with it. He hits it on the end of the bat. It's a changeup down and away. He guides it out to right field, but it's just inside the line, and the Tigers are in real business, Dan.
You couldn't ask for a better start against Framber Valdez. Roddy Green at the plate. He's had some success. Pitch goes right by Diaz. Ibanez in to score. 3-0 Tigers.
Wow.
Framber Valdez is off his game, and the Tigers have drawn 2 walks, a single, a double, and a wild pitch. 3-0.
Think about how much differently this would all be looking if the Tigers started swinging at balls out of the zone early in the game with that Jahmai Jones at bat and that Gleyber Torres at bat. That patience made Valdez have to change his game because he likes it when guys fish a little bit, when they chase out of the zone a little bit. Couple balls off, they're going to chase. When the team doesn't do that, now he's got to come to the zone. Andy Ibanez then rips one back through the middle when he throws it, and then he's like, now what? Tries to go change up away to Torque. Double. It's a real mess right now for the Astros.
Early visit from pitching coach Joshua Miller. Entire infield joins the conversation, but not many games start like this for Framber Valdez.
No, they do not.
But this really does speak to that stretch. We talk about it a lot, but the Tigers, how they've reacted to that stretch tells a lot about this offense, Andy. 13 walks in 13 games. That wasn't the Tigers. They had a top 5 walk rate. But you can't just think about going up to draw walks. How they handled it, how they hit guys out of the strike zone has been really impressive. Riley Green, the 1-0, low and away. Changeup misses at 93. The disciplined at bats we saw last night. The Tigers were 0 for 8 with runners in scoring position, but they drew 4 walks. Including the game winner because of disciplined at-bats that were really big in the 10th inning. The 2-0, swing and a miss, sinker in, 2-1 on Riley Green. Riley's 3 for 11 in his career against Framber Valdez. Infield in tight, right up to the edge of the grass, the 2-1. Takes it down, gets away from Diaz. 3-1 on Riley Green. Now, Framber Valdez is not a premium strike thrower, but I guess I've got him a little rattled. He's thrown 19 pitches, 11 balls, and 8 strikes. Correa at third, right up to the edge of the grass to the right of the cutout. Pena at short, up the middle. The 3-1, swing and a miss. Changeup's 92, the fastball's 94. I've never seen that before.
That changeup's got a little bit more drop too.
Got a little.
One goes kind of sinks back in the lefty more. One kind of goes more straight down.
3-2, ground ball, chopped foul behind Anthony Iapoce. The Tigers find first base coach. Riley's going to see at least 7 pitches in this trip to the plate. 3-0 Tigers. Torkelson's at third after the wild pitch scored Andy Ibanez. Nobody out. Again, the 3-2. High, walked him. That's right there. The 50-50 ball goes the Tigers' way, right at the belt. First and third walk, 5 batters in.
I mean, 3 walks is not what I would have thought where we'd be at in the first inning with Valdez up. You can see the approach the Tigers are taking. They are waiting him out, forcing him into the strike zone.
Riley Green, you notice, is starting to draw a few more walks. Pitch in the dirt, goes by Diaz, another run scores. Torkelson scores a curveball in the dirt right by Diaz. Down to second goes Green. 4-0 Tigers.
I mean, Joe Espada's got to be like, what is happening right now? We don't have an out. They've scored 4 runs. There's been 2 wild pitches and 3 walks. 2 hits. That's it. With 4 runs, nobody out, runner at second on 2 hits.
2 hits. Only 9 wild pitches all season for Framber Valdez. The 1-0. Change up for a strike, inner third, 1-1. Dylan Dingler hitting .271. Both catchers in the lineup today because A.J. Hinch had the choice. Do I put both my catchers in, meaning Dingler is the DH, or do I put a lefty in against Valdez? Pretty easy choice with the way Dingler is swinging the bat. Change up in. Jackknifes out of the way, 2-1. Walk, sharp single. Torkelson flare double. Green walk. 2 wild pitches mixed in. 4 runs. Still nobody out. The 2-1. Swing and a miss.
Tight curveball there. You know he's got a good one. He's got that big. It's about 76, 70 to 78 mile an hour.
It's his pitch.
It starts way up and away to a righty, and it buries down and in on him.
When he's right, that's his pitch along with a sinker. He can get by with sinker curveball most days. The 2-2. Fly ball, center field, crushed. Going back, Trammell still going. Leaps up, off the wall, over his glove. Riley Green is going to be waved around third. Dingler will cruise to third. He will make it without a throw. 5-0 Tigers. Dylan Dingler absolutely crushed it over the head of Trammell in center.
Valdez went breaking ball. This time it was hanging right down the middle of the plate. And the big polar bear. Man, I thought that was a homer maybe off the bat. Trammell almost made a play on it. It hit his glove, and then he went face first into the wall. Down for the count. Tigers running everywhere on the bases. Dylan Dingler with a triple. Man. I mean, can things go any worse right now for the Houston Astros? I don't think so. But it's all induced by the pressure the Tigers have been putting on Framber Valdez. With the walks, making him throw strikes. Trammell had a play in left yesterday where he jumped out of his shoes and fell flat on his back. He's just getting beat up.
I was thinking about that play today. I've never quite seen that. Because he was running hard into foul territory, looked to where the wall was, and when he looked back up, he realized he'd overrun it, and he jumped back and landed hard. He made the catch, but he didn't judge that one well either. That was not a good route. The ball was back behind him as he turned to his right and ran to the center field wall. And the ball went behind him and just past his glove.
If he doesn't run into the wall, Riley might not score. Riley was kind of going back to the bag thinking about tagging up. But after he ran into the wall and just fell down, the left fielder had to come across. Jesus Sanchez had to come across and actually filled the ball to get it back into the infield, or Dingler would have had an inside the park home run because Trammell just laid on the ground.
Yep.
He was out on the warning track, just laying there.
He needs help coming off the field.
What a rough couple days for that young man right there.
Long time, highly thought of prospect, top prospect for 3 different teams, and just has never really clicked at the major league level. On the offensive side, he
is really struggling.
Any weight, it doesn't look like, on his right leg at the moment. He's being helped off by a trainer and a teammate, but he had to stop on his way back to the dugout. Wow, that's...
Hate to see that.
That's awful.
I mean, and that's consecutive days. He's taken 2 really big blows after landing flat on his back last night, jumping for a ball that was kind of behind him. This time running into the wall. Both trainers, now some training staff from the Tigers, is going to go out and take a look.
Ryan Eubank on his way out to lend whatever assistance he can lend.
Looks like they're going to pull the cart
Yeah,
out of
they're
right
need
field
a cart.
tunnel.
You know it's bad when he's being assisted off the field by a trainer and a teammate, arms around their shoulders, and he can't continue even with that kind of assistance.
Yeah, here
standing
comes the
back
cart.
up again, and the cart will have to come out to take him out. But that makes you really worried for what damage he might have done to.
Yeah, no, it's
knee
definitely
or whatever it was in his right leg.
Definitely not feeling good.
So he is able to gingerly make his way to the cart. Oh, you just feel bad.
It looks like he may be holding his rib cage.
Maybe that's it.
And after last night, I mean, he took a massive blow last night.
Oh, I mean, he fell hard.
As hard as you could fall, he jumped as high as he could in the air, kind of tilted backwards, and went as hard as he could flat on his back. And then today, it was kind of a face plant as he was falling after trying to catch a ball into the wall.
And then hitting the
right
side.
side in his face, kind of into the wall. And you wonder if that rib cage didn't get banged up pretty bad. You ever had bruised ribs?
I have not.
They're not fun. Broken rib, bruised rib. It's hard to breathe.
And there's not a whole lot you can do.
No, that's just
they
the time.
tape your whole body up, right?
Yeah,
That's
exactly. Like a mummified body to play. But now he's in the cart. They're wheeling him off, so thoughts for Trammell. Speedy recovery. Hopefully he's no worse for the wear, feels better tomorrow. But the Tigers are absolutely throttling the Houston Astros right now in the first inning. Dan, there is nobody out. It's 5-0, and they are absolutely hammering Framber Valdez.
His shortest start of the year was a 4-inning start at St. Louis in April.
You know,
He's gone 5 innings in every other start. His last 4 starts against the Tigers have been 7, 7, 7, and 9.
It's crazy. I looked up, because sometimes you're like, if you see a guy's not performing as well, what is there something in his delivery?
Yeah.
He is about 1.5 inches, maybe a ball's width, delivering the ball a little bit further away from his body than he ever has. So I don't know if guys are seeing a little bit better out of hand, because he's always been a little deceptive.
You're talking about coming into this start?
Yeah.
Or in the first inning?
So, like in about the last month, this last month, his delivery, his release is a little bit further away from his body than it's ever been. By a 1.5, 2 inches.
Well, hitters can absolutely read that, right?
Yeah. So I wonder if it's just making him a little more visible, because hitters are taking pitches with confidence right now. They're swinging at quality pitches to hit.
Nothing's working for him. I mean, when we've seen him, let's face it, we have seen nothing but outstanding starts outside of that wild card start. And it's just sinkers and curveballs, and the curveball is just so nasty.
Yeah. That's the one Dingler just hit off the center field fence, almost for a home run. That curveball. Well, let's see if they keep it going. Runner at third, nobody out. 5-0 Tigers.
Jacob Melton takes over in center field. Dingler's at third. Wenzel Perez at the plate. First pitch, changeup, strike at the knees on the inside corner. 3 for 7 with a walk, a home run. Also reached hit by a pitch. Wenzel Perez is in a really good stretch right now. The strike one. Soft ground ball to short. Pena will check Dingler back to third. Flip it to Walker at first for the first out. Dingler's at third with 1 out for Javi Baez.
Yeah, Javi is going to have to try to get the ball in the air. Javi's hit a ton of ground balls off Framber Valdez. I don't know if he's ever hit a ball in the air off of him, so it'd be good to try to stay inside of him.
How about just hit as hard as you can? And it's going to be on the ground. The infield's in tight.
That's a good point, yeah.
Squeeze it through.
Sneak it through there.
Because the chances of him getting the ball in the air against this guy, for anybody, are small. Unless you hang a breaking ball like he did to Dylan Dingler. I swear he hasn't hung a breaking ball against the Tigers in 4 starts. Baez takes strike one. The strike one pitch. Ground ball, base hit into left. Through the drawn-in infield, Dingler in to score. 6-0 Tigers in the first.
There you go, Dan. Just hit it hard. And he did. Hard enough.
Hard enough.
On a curveball. It's kind of moving down and in on him, and he squares it up enough. He gets it on barrel, hits it into the ground right in the 6-hole between third base and shortstop with the infield drawn in. They had no chance.
Wow, this is something. As many runs as the Tigers had scored the last 36 innings against Framber Valdez. 6.
Well,
and there's still only 1 out.
Give it enough time, and things have a way of evening themselves out, right?
No, not when it comes to starting pitchers and track records. Hot shot to short should be 2. Pena to Dubon to Walker. Jake Rogers hit it hard on 1 hop. It's a 6-4-3 inning-ending double play. What an inning. Tigers bat around. Score 6. 3 head to the second. 6-0 Tigers on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network.
St. Louis Cardinals, one of the cleanest jerseys in the game. I've always felt that way. And, you know, the birds on the bat, just an iconic logo. I mean, look how rich that yellowish gold is in the bat. You know, all the stitching with the birds. I've just always thought it's one of the best looks in the game. 35 is the number I wore in my Major League debut. I actually think this might be the jersey from my Major League debut. So that was 2010, May 29th.
I'm gonna go check out Food Truck Row. So, what did you guys get today?
Philly cheesesteaks.
Both of you got the same thing. Are they that good?
Oh, yeah.
Got a hot dog and some fries.
Just kind of basic ballpark.
Chicken bacon sandwich.
Philly cheesesteak.
Okay.
And some
crinkle cut fries.
Okay, where are you guys from?
We're from Dallas.
Dallas. That's what's fun about baseball. It brings different regions together, not just the ball and glove and bat, but what we're eating.
Top of the second inning brought to you by the Michigan Lottery. Try the new Tigers Instant Game Pull Tab, 2 online games. Jesus Sanchez will lead off for the Astros. Charlie Morton working with a 6-0 lead. Got some nice run support his last time out. Early runs in that start against Minnesota. 7-0 Tigers win. 5 runs in the first. He gets 6 today.
Now Charlie can just come out and attack. Throw strikes. Don't have to be as precise and perfect, you know. Let it eat.
Big lead against Minnesota. He was just a little off in the early innings. Curveball for a strike. And it was interesting. Even Dylan Dingler said, you rarely hear a catcher say this. We just weren't on the same page, but they kept talking, kept trying to figure out, okay, what What do we got with the sequencing here? How I'm mixing my pitches? How do I get my curveball back? Fastball up. Jake Rogers likes it. Points the glove out. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And then he started to dial it in because while he's not a premium strike thrower, he was certainly a better strike thrower than what we saw last time out. Fastball up, 2 balls, 2 strikes. And yet, on a day when he was a little off, the curveball wasn't quite the weapon until later in the game that it usually is. He shut out the Twins over 6 innings on 2 hits. Arms up over his head into his motion, the 2-2, swing and a miss. There's the curveball. He's got it early, down and in to the lefty Sanchez. Second strikeout for Morton.
I love how he's setting up that curveball, too, by throwing the heater up and away first to get the eye level kind of looking up there. And then as soon as the curveball starts middle, a guy's eyes light up, think here comes the fastball. And when his curveball starts biting, it won't stop. Almost hit him in the back foot.
Yainer Diaz, right-handed batter, takes the first pitch. Fastball sinks at the knees for a called strike. Home plate umpire Charlie Ramos hearing from the Houston dugout. Home plate umpire Carlos Torres was hearing it from the dugout last night. Interesting, Yainer Diaz, the catcher, is at home plate.
It's
giving
fine.
his little settling down sign to the dugout, like, let me handle this. Ground ball up the middle, Baez sliding stop, and he was going to do the 360 pop-up spin and throw, but ball trickled off his glove onto the grass in shallow center field.
Yeah, with a slower runner, he might have been able to make a little pivot turn there, but it was going to have to be quick, hit off the heel of his glove before he could collect it.
That brings up Jacob Melton. Again, he's the replacement for Taylor Trammell, who had to be taken off the field on a cart. Don't see that very often. And I think you're right. I think it's the ribs, because he, even with assistance, could not walk off. And usually if it's a leg, you can limp your way off.
Yeah.
And he was clearly in quite a bit of pain. First pitch to the lefty, Melton, ball 1. Changeup misses, down and in. Charlie Morton's first start with the Tigers, 6 innings in that hostile environment in Philadelphia. 1 run on 4 hits, 1 walk and 6 strikeouts, 15 swings and misses. 2-0 changeup, down and in. Melton has a 3-0 count. Then the strange game where we got 20 swings and misses against the Angels, struck out 10 and gave up 6. He was still puzzled about that one a couple days later. The 3-0. Fastball strike, inner third.
He kind of figured it out, though. I mean, if you spin it enough, eventually you're going to leave some over the plate. Those guys started looking for it.
And we talked about it. I mean, it was just about mixing in a few more four-seam fastballs up. And then he was very good against the Twins, even on a day when he didn't have a lot of command. Cutter in, check swing, foul off the glove of Jake Rogers. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Looks like they might want to review it. I think they're going to challenge the call on whether or not it was tipped.
Joe Espada out to tell the crew chief, Alfonso Marquez.
Houston is challenging the possibility of catcher's interference.
Okay.
Telling what they were trying to challenge. Look
Looked
at
like
a great
Melton.
side view from our FanDuel Sports monitor.
Yep. Did hit Jake Rogers' glove, so that'll be catcher's interference. It looked like Melton had an argument about something. Wasn't sure what it was, but that makes sense. He'll be able to take first base, and now it's going to be first and second, 1 out. That's tough for a catcher. You know, everybody's trying to crowd the hitter as much as possible to get those pitch calls for their pitcher.
Yep.
And when a guy kind of takes an awkward check swing, slows his bat down, then as the glove's coming out to it, it makes for a little more
After review,
contact.
the call is overturned. It was catcher's interference. The batter will be awarded first base, and Houston will retain their challenge.
Sometimes there are teams good at getting catcher's interference with how they swing or knowing where the catcher is set up. Like you said, you want your catcher as close as possible. The technique is drop the glove as the pitcher is going into his motion, then bring the glove up. Tigers ran into that a couple of times last year, and sometimes that's just something, if it's a strategy or if it's something the other team is doing, catcher has to kind of police that.
That was just an awkward check swing that happened to work out for the Astros.
Dubon at the plate. He swings and pops it up into shallow right field. Jahmai Jones in, Torres out. Gleyber Torres, second baseman, makes the catch. The infield fly was actually called on that. He was about 30 feet under the outfield grass. Dubon, soft little pop-up for the second out. Single and an error. Have a couple of men on for the Astros. 6-0 Tigers. So the two big early innings in the last few weeks have both been on days when Charlie Morton has started. 5 runs in the first, 6 runs in the first. Now, first pitch fastball to Cam Smith for a strike.
They have Cam Smith shaded way to the opposite field side against Charlie Morton.
And a real struggle for Smith recently. This is a soft ground ball to short. Baez will charge, scoop with the glove, flip with the glove to Torres at second for the force on Melton at second base. Single and an error, 2 base runners with 1 out. No problem for Charlie Morton. Pop-up ground ball, 4 pitches later, the inning's over. Tigers bat, bottom of the second inning. They've got a 6-0 lead.
Sometimes artifacts in the collection of the Hall of Fame could tell multiple stories. This is the earliest known Yankees baseball cap in existence. It tells a story of a very early baseball cap and of a guy who just had a cup of coffee in the big leagues. But there's actually a hidden story inside this cap. There's another name written in the cap. So who's Dolan?
Oppo Taco.
I'm going to guess it's an opposite field, upper deck, maybe something like a...
Yeah, home run to the opposite field. You got it.
This is a good one, a hack.
I don't know. I mean, is it the same as like the layman's term hack, like a bad chef?
You've guessed correctly.
Okay.
Someone's a hack, you know, someone that's just nailing it in.
Yeah.
They're not putting their heart into it.
Injury report is brought to you every game by McLaren Health, the official healthcare system of the Detroit Tigers. Alex Cobb, nice outing last night. Looked like he was moving better in his outing. Remember, he went to Toledo. 4 strikeouts, 3 shutout innings. It still feels like a long shot, but man, you sure do admire how he's battling to try to come back. Not 1 bad hit, but 2 bad hits. Jahmai Jones, first pitch changeup strike. The Astros now asking for some innings from Framber Valdez. 6 runs in the first. It's worth repeating. As many runs as the Tigers had scored against this lefty the last 5 starts, covering 36 innings. Jones swings and misses. I should say regular season starts, because that wild card game last fall may be a little sign of things to come. Not that they figured things out necessarily, but they just had an approach. And they made him throw a lot of pitches. And they had good at-bats with a righty loaded lineup. Curveball down, 1-2 on Jahmai Jones.
It's definitely been the approach today. Take pitches, work counts.
The 1-2, swing a line drive, base hit into center. Jahmai Jones with a walk, line drive single. Tigers sent 9 men to the plate and scored 6 in the first inning. Jahmai Jones has been a big threat against lefties. Just what he was brought up to do, and now the Tigers have 2 Andy Ibanezes in their lineup.
Just for days like this.
Just for days like this.
And hey, it's working. Ibanez has a hit. Jahmai's got a hit and a walk.
Gleyber Torres batting first pitch. Fastball up and in. We have to rely on how StatCast is categorizing each pitch because the changeup's been 92, the sinker's 92. It's all about the movement profile for that pitch. Curveball, we can tell that. But the fastball and changeup are basically the same speed right now. Time for dollars on deck. If Andy Ibanez gets a hit this inning, the 1-1, down and in. Northfield Lumber will donate to Detroit Blightbusters. What a good group. Northfield Lumber is Michigan's oldest business and largest Trex decking dealer. So Alex Cobb remains a possibility. Paul Sewald in the clubhouse today. Don't forget about him on the injured list when the Tigers traded for him. Guy with postseason experience. Guy knows how to get swing and miss. Changeup bounces at the feet of Gleyber Torres. He drew a walk his first time up. He's been a walk machine in this series. The big walk-off, bases loaded walk-off walk yesterday. He's drawn 4 walks in the series with a couple of hits. Changeup strike at the knees. Gleyber was turning to walk over toward the on-deck circle, take off his shin guard, drop his bat, and has to come back. The 3-2. Got him. Fastball sinks onto the inside corner. Perfect pitch. 2 perfect pitches. Don't see Gleyber Torres get frozen like that very often.
Yeah, you don't see a ton of lefties that'll throw a swing back sinker to righties. Most lefties throw 4-seam fastballs to righties. So when a guy does throw a sinker, it looks a little funky.
Andy Ibanez takes a perfect curveball in the black away. Does not get the call. Ball 1. .33 pitch first inning for Framber Valdez. That's a long inning. Jones takes off, threw down to second base, not nearly in time. Little hitch after Diaz received the pitch from Valdez, and that little hitch cost him.
Yep, nice little jump. Ball didn't come out clean. Made an easy bag for Jahmai.
But again, it's not on the catchers. Both catchers have poor throwing percentages, caught stealing percentages. Ground ball to second base. Dubon just to the right of second will field and flip over to first on a 1-1. Andy Ibanez bounces out. So Jones gets over to third. He's there with 2 outs. That'll leave it up to Spencer Torkelson. But when both catchers have a very low caught stealing percentage, league average right around 20%, they're both around 10%, half of league average. That's on the pitchers.
Yeah, they don't hold runners well at all.
Hunter Brown doesn't. Framber Valdez doesn't. Those are your 2 aces. Brings up Spencer Torkelson. 6-0 Tigers trying to add on. First pitch, curveball in the dirt. Two walks, a single started the uprising in the first. Torkelson had a little flare doubled on the right field line. Just a fly ball in the right spot. Ground rule double scored a run. 2 wild pitches scored 2 runs. Fastball sinks onto the inside corner for a called strike. Dylan Dingler with the triple. Scored a run. And Javi Baez with the infield drawn in tight. Singled into left field to bring home Dingler. Torkelson waiting on a 1-1. Valdez way over third base side of the rubber. Soft ground ball wide of third. Correa will charge, stick that glove out, scoop it, and flip. Torkelson grounds out. Jones stranded at third. We head to the third inning. Tigers trying to sweep the Astros. They've got a 6.
Interrumpimos este video para recordarte que puedes endulzar tu día con una dulcerapia de la lechera.
Well, when we moved downtown
San Diego from Qualcomm to Petco Ballpark. New uniforms are on the way, and this is the Padre home white. This jersey is from 2007, which was a career year for myself, winning a Cy Young. There's some different memories that stand out. One in this uniform against the Braves, where I struck out a Padre record 16, wearing this jersey, trying to make the Padre and the Friar faithful proud.
Well, this is a World Series card. Everybody said, you know, what's it going to be to pitch against Sandy Koufax, who's a dominant pitcher? I said, I hope I don't embarrass myself. And I didn't. You know, pitched my first shutout ever. We won 6-0, and my parents were there. My mom was afraid of heights, so she was in the upper deck. She had to come down and trade seats with somebody so that she could actually watch her 20-year-old son pitch a shutout in the World Series.
It's a 5-man umpiring crew here today, and this young superstar is in the stands.
And did their feet get tangled up? Yes, so Hoppy tripped, or he might have caught that ball. Down.
There's a fastball, and there's a flying bat. It's a high car.
And that ball is off the ladder. It's actually off the ladder. You never see that.
Haggerty is on with an infield hit. A little tumble behind the mound. Hat fell off. That was awesome. I mean, you just don't see that.
248-292-5000 and hear about our affordable finance options.
6-0 Tigers. We head to the top of the third inning. Dan Dickerson, Andy Dirks, so glad to have you along on a cloudy, kind of cool day in downtown Detroit, given the heat that we've had in recent weeks. Line drive, base hit off the bat of Jeremy Pena. That's a long run for Riley Green to pick that one up at the 342 marker at the left field wall. He'll get it into Javi Baez, first pitch swinging, as he often does. Jeremy Pena doubles to start the third.
One thing we've seen Charlie do today, he's thrown way more cutters than he normally would. Kind of changing some trends. It makes hitters have to think about another pitch. That one, it was a cutter that kind of started up and in and leaked out over the plate. Pena pulled it down the line.
Tigers always have ideas, with new pitchers especially, how to best use their pitches. They have helped Rafael Montero. He's a fastball splitter guy. They've helped him with his fastball grip, take some of the movement out. That has made him a better pitcher. Kyle Finnegan, they're having him throw the splitter, which they like a lot more. He is, and he's been dynamite in 8 2/3 innings. Fastball middle to Carlos Correa for a called strike. I don't think they've changed a whole lot with Charlie Morton. You look at his pitch mix, it is identical, basically, to the guy the Tigers picked up from Baltimore in terms of how he uses his pitches. But we're definitely seeing a little different mix today. Sinker down and away with the use of the cutter. He threw 5 in the first inning. That might be a game's worth of cutters.
8%. Whatever that tallies out to be after about 100 pitches.
That'd be 8.
You're good at math.
2-1. Fouled straight back.
So he's thrown about 6 of them so far. So, and he's only at 34 pitches.
Much higher percentage use.
That is much higher than normal. Now he might only throw 2 more for the next 60, what is that, 66 pitches.
2-2. Swinging a little pop-up down the right field line. Jahmai Jones drifts over toward the right field line, pounds the glove, makes the catch. Long throw to third. Good throw. Wow. Didn't know he had that in his right arm. That was a one-hopper just offline. Actually made that a play. Speedy runner, Pena, going from second to third.
Yeah, that's the hardest throw to make, too, going to the line as a right-handed thrower. You got to turn your body all the way around to get your left shoulder in line with third base. And, yeah, he threw a BB.
Wow. Let's pause right now for station identification. This is the Detroit Tigers Radio Network. Jose Altuve takes a first pitch strike. The few first pitch pitches that he has taken, strike or ball. Altuve 1 for 8 in the series. The strike one, fastball. Swing back, got the outside edge, didn't get the call. 1 ball, 1 strike. Christian Walker waiting on deck. Charlie Ramos behind the plate today. In at the corners, middle of the infield back. Ibanez about a step behind the bag at third. Torkelson 2 steps behind the bag at first. The 1-1. Swing and a pop-up. Softly onto the outfield grass. Backpedaling. Baez makes the catch. No chance for Jeremy Pena to advance. Throw comes into Spencer Torkelson to the left of the mound.
Altuve
pops out.
He's waiting on that curveball, wasn't he? Took 2 heaters. He got the curveball. It was up out of the zone. As soon as he saw spin, he was swinging, but that one was just too high. It's about chin high. He hit it mile high, but couldn't get on top of that curveball.
That's why you love trying to pay attention to the sequencing.
It was weird that he didn't swing at 2 fastballs in the first 2
Very
pitches,
strange.
wasn't it?
Especially that second one on the outer edge. That's a ball he can take to right. Curveball, swing and a miss. Christian Walker. So again, mostly fastball, sinkers, and a whole bunch of curveballs for Charlie Morton with the occasional cutter. Swinging a pop-up on the left side of the infield. Javi Baez again. Lays the glove on the left shoulder, makes the catch. Walker pops out. Nice job after the leadoff double. Charlie.
What is it that kind of got you hooked as a foodie, so to speak?
My dad was really into food when I was a kid. He traveled for work and he would go to places all over Europe and stuff. He was in sales and I feel like he would come home and try and cook the things he ate overseas. And so as a kid, I was exposed to a lot of like stuff that kids aren't usually exposed to. And so I credit my dad for that.
So this is MLB Network Talent Stars.
Okay.
The stars of MLB Network. Can I trade a pack of these for a signed Lauren Shahadi card?
How about we do a little bit of both? Money, a little trade.
Will you open it up and see if you like it?
They're really nice.
If I sign it, does that equal the Lauren Shahadi 20?
All right.
Do we have a good trade?
We have a good trade. Thank you so much. That was fun.
Nice doing business with you.
Bell's Brewery invites you to meet our refreshing new take on a favorite. Introducing Oberon Light. It's got all the sunshine, but with a lighter finish and just 99 calories. Try the new Oberon Light today.
This series with the Astros is brought to you by Northville Lumber, the official lumberyard of the Detroit Tigers radio network. Riley Green batting. Framber Valdez trying to give his team innings. Pitch count at 49 through 2. Swing and miss. Fastball into Riley Green. Walked his first time up. 7 pitch at bat. Ground ball softly to second base. Dubon scoops it off the dirt without moving. Left or right. Flips it to Christian Walker at first. 1 up, 1 down here in the 3rd inning. 4 hits. 3 walks, 2 wild pitches. It all contributed to the 6-run first inning. Dylan Dingler had the best swing of the inning. He crushed the ball deep to center field.
On that curveball. Be interesting to see if he throws him another one for a strike. I wouldn't.
Dingler takes changeup off the plate away.
But kudos to the Tigers for sure for paying that inning off. When a team's making mistakes, they just step 2 quality at bats.
Dingler swings and misses. Fastball up.
When you get a chance against a guy like this, you got to make the most of the opportunity, because just as soon as he's not going well, guess what? Oh, he can turn it around very quickly and really start putting together a good outing. So, you know, if you score 2 in the first inning instead of 6, and then he starts grooving, it's a whole different animal.
Saw it the other day with Flaherty. He got out of that first inning jam and then cruised. Line drive down the left field line, hooking, fair ball into the corner. Another good swing for Dylan Dingler and another extra base hit. He'll cruise into second base. 1 out, line drive double. This is why A.J. Hinch had no qualms about putting 2 of his catchers into the lineup today. One is the DH because he wanted this bat, Dylan Dingler's bat, in the lineup.
Yeah, you do. And he threw him another curveball for a strike. Like, what is he thinking? He already took your curveball dead central almost for a bomb. He tried to get it down and in, and it stayed just up enough. Dingler keeps the hands inside, gets barrel to it.
American League batting average has fallen to that 240 to 245 range. The league has fallen there. It's the lowest it's been in many decades. But that's the average hitter now. Again, batting average doesn't get talked about a lot, but it still can be an indicator of a pretty good hitter. Sinker down quickly, 2-1 on Wenzel Perez. Dylan Dingler with that hit, back closing in on 275, and he's been, Andy, in that 260 to 280 range for the last 2 months. I mean, it's very steady. Hasn't gone through long periods of a drought, swing and a miss. Perez tried to attack the fastball, swung himself all the way around in that right-handed batter's box. It was the changeup at 92. Steady, consistent production from his natural right side. Fastball has him jackknifing out of the way. 3-1.
He wants to get something up. Get something a little bit further up in the zone. Framber will throw the ball down. He likes that sinker down, the curveball down, changeup down.
3-1. Swinging a high fly ball. Shallow left field. Sanchez will come in toward left center. Is under it, makes the catch. Dingler has to hold at second. Just got underneath it slightly.
But if you're around Dingler for longer than, 30 seconds, you'll realize he's a pretty mild-mannered, even-kill guy. And that helps, especially being the catcher. It also helps, when you are feeling like not as good at the plate, you don't make as big a deal out of it. You just keep rolling.
Yep.
He's about as even-kill of a guy as I've been around.
What a job he has done this year on the defensive side as well. Sinker for a strike. Third inning brought to you by Mastercraft Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electric. For fast service and the best price, choose Mastercraft. AJ was talking about this the other day. Both he and Jake Rogers, I mean, there have been a lot of new faces on this staff in recent weeks. Swinging a little tap foul on the ground behind home plate. 3 guys added at the trade deadline. Guys coming up and down from the minor leagues and bullpen help. And they just keep integrating them into the staff, keep working well with everybody.
Yep. True talent. And baseball guys are all pretty similar. Baseball clubhouses have a lot of similarities across the league.
0-2 is swinging a line drive, base hit into center. Dingler waved around third. Melton up with the ball. Throw to the plate. One hopper too late. And Javi Baez will cruise into second. Line drive single with 2 outs in the third. And the Tigers take a 7-0 lead.
Keep pouring them in there. Another curveball from Framber Valdez that stayed up. Javi punches it to center. And when Melton came home, he completely air-mailed the cutoff man. He wasn't going to get Dingler. There's no chance. He's got good foot speed, does Dylan Dingler. But nice for base running by Javi. Because as soon as he let the ball go, Javi knew it was way over Christian Walker's head. I mean, not even close. So you just get to advance freely and get in scoring position with 2 outs.
That's another thing the Tigers' aggressive base running has done so many times, that batter runner or the trailing runner advances an extra 90 feet because they're trying to get that guy who's going home or going first to third.
You see a guy get thrown out on a base hit to center at Comerica about 3 times a year.
How about 3 times every decade?
I mean, how many have you seen?
I can't remember the last time we saw a runner thrown out.
Late in the game if it's do or die.
Austin Jackson, it might be the last time I've seen it.
Well, back when we used to play, we used to throw guys out.
Ground ball deep third down to a knee. Correa fields, bounces the throw to first. 2 long bounces, but Jake Rogers cut down at first base. 2-out single for Baez. Scores Dylan Dingler, who had doubled. We head to the 4th inning. 7-0 Tigers after.
We wanted to introduce something new. And then working in some of our past and what the past can look like in the future. I think our players absolutely love it, and our fans, we think they'll learn to love it, especially if you can win in it. You know, that kind of solves everything.
As someone who grew up in the era of the twist, the locomotion, the Freddy, and other outrageous dances, the floss is easily the worst of all time.
The fan did touch that ball, and that's a big whoops. Any relation to Grant? I don't know. That guy was having a hard time figuring out what screen he was supposed to be looking at.
What a play! Alan Roden. And hopefully he is all right.
Look at it's his eye black. That's his eye black. It has been transferred from face to wall.
Fourth inning today is brought to you by Wallside Windows, local and family owned. Celebrate 81 years as Michigan's leader in replacement windows. It's a replay brought to you every game by the Sam Bernstein Law Firm when you need the right call made. 1-800-CALL-SAM, 7-0 Tigers to go to the top of the fourth inning. Houston Astros wondering if they are ever going to score a run again. Changeup. Grabs the outside part of the outside corner down and away. Jesus Sanchez at the plate. You really like the changeup from Charlie Morton. We talk a lot about his fastball, the velocity steady, 95, 96, up to 97. Curveball, a lot of swing and miss. And then there's the changeup. Kind of sneaks it in there, but it's a really good pitch.
It is. It's got a good profile to it. Starts down in the zone.
Strike one. Fastball buzzes him up and in.
Most guys, if they had that changeup, they would throw that a ton. But he's got such a good curveball. So that shows you, there's a reason he's been in the league for 17 years. He's got multiple plus off-speed pitches, breaking ball.
The 1-1, swinging a foul out of play. Lefty Sanchez busted in with a fastball, fouls it off the third base side, well down the line.
Did that say a 92? Okay, I thought it said 98. I was like, what? It's 92.
You were ready for a developing story.
Yeah.
The wind-up, the 1-2, swing and a miss. Curveball wipes out Jesus Sanchez, the lefty, for the second time. Exact same spot.
Yep, that's the arsenal. I mean, he got him changeup, went fastball, then goes back foot curveball. That's been an effective pitch in baseball since it started. Righties throwing that little back foot curveball to a lefty. If you get it in the right location, you can get a lot of swing and miss.
Yainer Diaz takes a fastball up and in.
The key to that, though, Dan, is getting them sped up to the fastball. Getting them to cheat just a little bit to try to get to the fastball.
You saw a changeup, fastball, and then the curveball wiped him out. Arms up over his head, working first base side. Morton into his motion, 1-0. Sinking fastball, misses a little bit low. I just smile every time I see Baseball Reference has player nicknames on their front page. And Charlie Morton, of course, nickname, and it's from a long time ago now, Ground Chuck. Cutter off the plate and in. The evolution of a pitcher. From Pittsburgh to Houston, this is where really his career changed. The windup in the 3-0. Fastball. Painted the black away. Diaz, not known for his plate discipline, draws a 4-pitch walk. That was strike one. Ramos didn't agree. In 2017, World Series championship team, the Houston Astros, I said, you know what, let's throw a few less sinkers and a few more four-seam fastballs and use that four-seam fastball up. And it's incredible when you look back. Pittsburgh, he threw 60% sinkers. 60% sinkers with the occasional four-seam fastball up. He gets to Houston, and within 2 years, he's throwing 1 out of every 4, 25% sinkers. And the fastball velocity jumps 4 miles an hour. Fly ball right center. It's deep. Is it playable? Jones back where the wall angles out. Makes the catch on the warning track in deep right center. Jacob Melton. That's a good swing. Perfect positioning for Jahmai Jones. He was shaded toward the gap, so what is often a difficult play for a right fielder where the wall angles out and you're going back, easy for Jahmai Jones.
It's better to be where the ball's headed before it's hit than to not be in the correct position and have to run a long ways. Smart baseball is let's go to where they're going to hit it most likely, and that's what the Tigers are one of the best at.
Fly ball, same spot, deep to right center. This one's trouble, and that ball is gone. Off the top of the wall and out. Mauricio Dubon hits his 7th of the year. Astros are on the board. Their first runs of the series come in the 4th inning of Game 3. Tigers lead cut to 7-2.
That's why scoring lots of runs early in ball games is good. Because as pitchers are always going to give up some runs. A little sinker kind of came back. It was a swing back, started away and ended up middle. But really good swing by Dubon to go oppo. It hit just the top of the wall. There's a little foliage over the top of the wall. Call that a squeaker.
That's the official terminology. Squeaker.
Just barely squeaked over the wall. Unfortunate for Charlie and the Tigers that one got out, but even the squeakers count, Dan.
A squeaker. I think of one like getting just barely through the infield, just a little squeaker.
Yeah.
Not over the wall and right.
Squeaked over. Just enough. As a hitter, though, you're like, yeah, it might have been 450.
That's what it feels like. 2 good swings now by a lefty, by a righty against Charlie Morton. Deep to right center for the out by the lefty Melton, and then the opposite field home run from Dubon. 2 outs, 2 runs in. 7-2 Tigers are in the 4th. Morton works first base side into his motion. 2-1 pitch, misses off the plate and in. Don't want to walk this guy. Cam Smith got off to a good start, rookie season. They had to be thrilled. They had an 800 OPS out of their rookie hitter.
Be in the middle of New York to display a card like this is really such a big part of the Fanatics mission. We think about how do we create new experiences. Now we get the opportunity to put incredible Holy Grail cards in front of tens of thousands, if not millions of new people. It's not just about collectors today, but also about how do we bring new collectors into the space as well. It's really what we do it all for.
Just too much stick on my glove. It's possible.
Well, it's always great to see you, Jemai. Thanks for joining us today.
For sure. Thank y'all so much.
Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Jemai. Thanks, Kara. Player interview brought to you every game by Meyer, an official partner of the Detroit Tigers. That was a funny moment.
It was. He had walked, and when he went to flip the bat, it stuck to his hand because he had so much stickum on there. And it looked like, when a guy like...
It's Alertus Gurriel dog.
That's a nice touch.
Pena power.
The perils of wearing earrings when you've got netting on the field.
That young fan, not a Newtbar fan.
What a present for Mom.
Oh my goodness, look at this guy.
Uso, yeah, Jay Uso, yeah.
And then just shot putting it. Walking, there's nobody on base.
There's a little debate for Domo and Kim watching the replay together. That's beautiful, isn't it?